Hi kitty cats, I'm back in Brighton and today I decided to make a video for you guys because it has been so long since I last made a video. I'm really sorry about that. I've had so many ideas for videos, but I've had like a million tests at uni, and on top of that I had a few seizures because my epilepsy got a lot worse and now I'm on medication for it. So luckily I haven't had any seizures since I started the medication, but I was in hospital for a while, so a bit of a nightmare of a time, but I'm back now and I will be making more videos for you. I'm really sorry that in this whole video I'm not wearing any makeup whatsoever, not even mascara, and I've literally just got lip balm on because I went to a test this morning and then I suddenly decided I was going to make a video like completely out of the blue. I thought for this video I could talk about really embarrassing stories, and I don't know why I'm doing this because these are literally the worst stories ever. I actually had a really embarrassing moment today. So I had this test in uni and it was in the massive lecture hall and it was for the whole course. So we were all sitting down beforehand and I have to go up to the front and tell the lecturer that I have extra time in exams. So I went up to the front and our normal lecturer was late, so she wasn't there yet, and there was this other woman there who I've seen kind of help out before during tests. So I went up to her but she was, if this was the whole lecture hall, she was at the front but on the left hand side, and so I came out of my seat and walked up to her. Just as I got to her, she turned and just started walking along the front of the hall and behind the podium and then past it. So I had to follow her around. Then everyone in my row, like all my friends, they were all laughing. And then finally when I got over here where she was, she started walking all the way to the back of the hall. So then I followed her to the back of the hall and they were still laughing. And then finally at the back of the hall she turned around and I was like, I just wanted to say that I have extra time. And then she said, oh right, I'll let the lecturer know. But it was so embarrassing, so I literally walked around the whole lecture hall in front of everyone trying to follow this teacher who wasn't realising I was right behind her and trying to get her attention. So that made me think of other embarrassing things that have happened to me. I can't believe I'm going to tell you this. But when I was about 10 years old, I went, oh this is so horrible, I went to my best friend's house and we were playing for a while, and then her mum decided that they needed to go to a certain shop together and get something for my friend. So they went to the shop and they were getting something, and they said I can go with her stepbrother and her stepdad and we can just go into the sports shop where her stepbrother and stepdad were going to get some things. So her stepdad went off to go and buy some things and I stayed with her stepbrother, and he was the same age. And we were looking around, but by this point I was bursting for the toilet. Like, I couldn't wait any longer. Oh god. So we were looking all the stuff and I was looking for a toilet. I couldn't see one anywhere. And then I felt like I'm gonna wet myself if I wait any longer. So I went over to her stepbrother and I said, is there a toilet? And then he said, what? And then I was like, is there a toilet here? And then he was like, no, I don't think so, but we can go to one afterwards. Then I was like, okay. I was quite quiet and shy at the time, so I just said okay. We carried on going around the store, except I couldn't even walk anymore, so I was just standing still in the store, really needing the toilet, and her stepbrother was looking at me like, why aren't you looking around? And I was literally just standing there like, I can't pee, I can't pee. And then I peed. Right in the middle of a store. I was 10 years old, so that makes it a bit better, but I was still old enough to be embarrassed. And then her stepbrother saw, he came over and then he was like, it's okay, I'll just get my dad. And then I was thinking, this couldn't have happened with worse people. Like, if it was with my friend that would have been fine, but because it was her stepbrother and stepdad who I hardly knew, it was the most embarrassing thing ever. And then I had to go in their car, but they put like a towel down on the seat which I sat on. Oh my god. It was actually, I've like tried to block it out of my memory because it was so bad. That was honestly one of the most embarrassing moments of my life. But I've had a few of them. Like, I also had one at my trampolining party. I was probably about 9. I used to have these big parties every year when I was little, and I used to invite my whole class at school. And this was one of those, so there were like 30 kids with me, and there were 3 trampolines, and we all got to bounce on the trampolines, and the trampolining instructor would like show us different tricks we could do, and then we tried them out. And then she decided we'd do this thing where they do for birthdays, where they have this like bungee kind of thing, and they strap you into it, and you go up in the air, and then you can bounce back down on the trampoline and go up again and keep doing that if you want, or you can literally just bounce down and you will be flung back up and then down and up and down and up. So that kind of happened. I got strapped in. She told everyone else to tickle my feet when I came down because they were all standing around. So the first time that happened, they all tickled my feet and I was like laughing, and then I went back up. Then I came down, and this one girl in my year decided that instead of tickling my feet, she would hold on to my legs. And her hands kind of slipped, and instead of holding onto my legs, she was holding onto my jeans. And so I got flung back up in the air with my jeans down my ankles in front of my whole class. Then the trampolining lady stopped me as soon as I came back down, stood in front of me so that I could quickly pull my trousers up, whilst everyone was laughing, and there were boys and girls there. There was, no. It was very embarrassing, and my whole family was there to add to the embarrassment. I used to go to a stage school, and I did musical production. It was where you would do singing and dancing and acting all put together. And I used to go to classes every week for this, and then eventually you'd have a big show at the end of the year where everyone would get together from all the different classes and you'd put on a show. We had this one dance that we were doing, and we all got kitted out and we'd be given outfits. And when I came to get my outfit, I told them what size I was, but they said they had none left of that size, so they ended up giving me a much bigger size that didn't fit right. And basically my trousers were very, very loose. So I spent the whole dance pretty much holding up my trousers while doing the dance. It was awful. There was one bit where I had to put my hands up and it kind of slid down. And I managed to kind of pull them up, but my family noticed, so I'm pretty sure everyone else noticed too. And it just wasn't a good moment. I've had a lot of moments to do with my trousers falling down. It's not good. I hope that video made you smile. If it did, please press the like button down below. Thank you so much for watching. I make new videos at least every 2 weeks, but for the next couple of weeks it will be much more often. So subscribe to my channel and follow me on Twitter to receive regular updates on my upcoming videos and just to find out a bit more about me. I've not been using Twitter that much recently. I've actually been using Tumblr a lot more, so follow me on kittyfloat.tumblr.com. I love you all. Bye kitty cats. I've decided to make seasonal favourites videos. They're Naked 2 palette by Urban Decay. It looks like this.